Peter Zalmayev is the director of Eurasia Democracy Initiative, and he joins us live now from Kyiv. Thank you so much, Peter, for joining us on the program. Let me first get your thoughts on the latest Trump remarks saying that Zelenskyy is a dictator. How is this rhetoric impacting the potential peace process?
Well, we see that all along, Donald Trump had that in mind when he said that as the master of the deal, he's going to solve this conflict in 24 hours. He thought that Ukrainians would be easily pushed over and the conflict settled because U.S. is spending huge amounts of money, but obviously not as much as the Europeans have. And Donald Trump has, at that press conference, used many other such blatant lies and disinformations. But I really don't see any daylight right now between the rhetoric of Donald Trump and what we hear from the Kremlin. He is basically giving Putin everything, and I'm not sure what he's getting in return. Just an ability to claim that he solved the conflict. Well, Ukraine could have gotten the same deal, an even better one, probably 3 years ago. So it's not clear what Donald Trump is hoping to get out of it, other than an emboldened Russia, who he could use as a menace, as a threat against Europe, and therefore wring concessions from the European allies.
Yeah, I mean, many experts believe that one of the other reasons that, Trump has used this strategy is to kind of repair relations between the United States and Russia.
Yes, and they're preparing the platform based on economic interests, and the Russians are very smart about this. They know just how to bait and switch Donald Trump. They're claiming that U.S. has foregone the profits of $350 billion by imposing sanctions against Russia. And so Donald Trump can, sell this very easily to his electorate because he is running, and he has been running on the platform of Make America Great Again and America First. And so far, we're not seeing any significant political price he's paying for this. The Republicans in Congress have been few and far in between. The Democrats are sidelined, and Republicans right now are not taking them seriously. On the other hand, Kremlin is celebrating, as John Bolton said, the former security advisor of Trump. They are drinking vodka in the Kremlin right straight out of the bottle.
Talk to us a bit about the position Zelenskyy is currently in at the moment, along with the European Union, because Trump, as you mentioned, has sidelined not only the Democrats, but Zelenskyy and the European Union as well. In terms of concessions and security guarantees, what is Ukraine expecting moving forward from its allies?
Well, apparently NATO is a no-go anymore, and I think Vladimir Putin has a few tricks up his sleeve. He could also say, contrary to what he promised 2 years ago, that he would allow Ukraine to become a member of EU, but not NATO. He would probably just impose that condition as well, and then withdraw it last minute to appear as very magnanimous, and Trump would be able to present this as a very generous offer. There's many ways this can be played by the Kremlin, but it's clear by all appearances that the Kremlin has the upper hand, and Putin is taking advantage of this opportunity to pour cold shower on the whole peace process. He says, well, let's not hurry yet. He's confident that he's going to knock out the rest of the administrative borders of the Donbass, and maybe at that point he might be motivated to negotiate. But I have serious doubts that he is ready at this point.
Right, and we are hearing from Ukraine's foreign minister saying that he discussed just and lasting peace with the U.S. envoy Kellogg. A very fluid situation here for what peace may look like between Russia and Ukraine. Of course, I want to find out a bit about the sentiment among Ukrainians inside the country. How do they feel about all of this?
Well, they feel a betrayal, a stab in the back, one of the greatest betrayal of a Western country by a Western country of its ally. And several European leaders, including the Czech president, the Norwegian president, have said that much already. And so Ukrainians are bitterly disappointed. Whatever Trump said about the rating of Zelenskyy being 4% is obvious nonsense. Zelenskyy is not only about on the same level with Putin, but after those remarks, there was a rallying around the flag or around Zelenskyy effect. So his rating went up by as much as 10% according to some polls. So 60%. So obviously another lie, and just that figure, we can tell by that figure of 4 where it came from. That is, once again, Russian propaganda that is based on outright falsifications. So Ukrainians, as hard as it is right now, they know that Europe might be the last ally of independent and free Ukraine, and I hope Europe finally wakes up.
Okay, Peter Zalmayev, thank you so much for joining us here on the NewsHour and sharing that insight with us. I appreciate it.